Hello, I'm glad you're watching this video. How to make a man think about you is a very common desire. Many women often want to know how to ensure that a man always thinks about them, and that's a good question. Indeed, you can frequently find various recommendations from psychologists and relationship experts. Many of them are really useful, though some are not. Well, as usual, there are normal things, and then there are the less effective ones. Furthermore, even the same person might say something brilliant or interesting one day and utter complete nonsense the next. Maybe it's the same with me, Someone somewhere might think I'm right here and wrong there. Well, what can we do? We're all human. So, how can a woman make a man think about her? Of course, you can't force anyone. You can't just tell a man, "You bastard, you'll think about me all day, got it?" Or he wakes up gagged with a scalpel held above his genitals and she says, "You'll think about me today, understood?" Of course, dear, I will. Just don't cut, don't touch. No, that's not an option, that's absurd. Yes, indeed, if we consider the psychology of men and women, there are important aspects to consider so that a man does not forget about his woman, remains interested, and genuinely thinks about her, how she is, where she is, what she's doing. Let's sort it out. For a man to ensure that a woman doesn't forget him, it's easier. Buy her things, give her spending money. She may earn on her own, that's her business, but you still give her gifts, so when she meets friends, talks on the phone you gave her, wears the shoes and jewelry you bought, in the car you acquired, everything around her reminds her of you. What should the woman do? Here's how a woman can make a man think about her. Let's start with the most common forms of women's communication with men. The first thing I wanted to mention is constant complaints towards the man. Sadness and longing from the woman. Complaints about spending too little time together, not going anywhere. And he's always busy. The woman engages with her man by triggering his stress hormones, being in a negative state. Low vibrational energy transfers to the man, who then begins perceiving his woman as an irritation source and distances himself from her. Consequently, he doesn't want to spend time with her, much less think about her, to avoid triggering stress hormones again. In such a scenario, the situation worsens. The man doesn't change after her complaints, and she continues pressuring him. Sooner or later, relationships collapse into becoming toxic. The man gets tired of such a woman, and she from her ongoing demands. The opposite scenario occurs when a man is in a relationship with a joyful woman happy with life, not because she has him, but because she herself is satisfied with her life. When a man calls and she is in a good mood, cheerful and thriving, he wonders why she's so happy. He desires to be part of that happiness, reminding her that happiness can also include him. Such a man takes care of the woman, cares for her, is interested in her affairs, and asks about her well-being, even when busy. They say a man is a hunter, chasing after all women. But that's incorrect. That's not nature. It's shaky sexual energy and insecurity. A true man's nature is to be a winner and achiever, making a woman's happiness a challenge for him. He doesn't hear complaints like, "You're not right somehow," or "You don't call me." Instead, she's absorbed in her favorite activities. When he calls, "Can we meet today?" she replies, "Darling, I can a bit later. I have dance, massage, then a consultation, and later I want to bake a cake for you." Her life is filled with joy, and the man strives to be part of her world, miss her, and try to show her that one can experience lots of joy with him too. When he demonstrates to her that things are great with him, she begins gravitating toward him. Such paired individuals create a healthy tandem in their relationship, leaving no room for constant sadness. Certainly, life always offers reasons for distress, but when a woman is consistently negative, it can destroy any relationship. This also applies to men in the same state. They constantly complain, blaming everyone else. Such people often see the world only in negative hues. The president is bad, everyone is at fault, she alone is correct. These endless complaints drain the man, prompting thoughts of escaping from such a woman, disappearing in a way she cannot find him. Remember, men don't need sad women, they have enough concerns of their own. We're talking about normal, healthy relationships. If two toxic people meet, let them deal with each other. But if you want healthy relationships, it's vital to be a whole person. Most women enter relationships wanting something from their partner, whether it's money, time, or freedom. However, when a man meets a whole woman willing to share herself, rather than seek to take something from him, those relationships become genuine. A danger sign is when someone tells you, "I can't live without you." This means their life is overly tied to yours, and such interaction will impede both partners' development. Both partners need to be ready to share happiness, not attempt to take it away. Likewise, women should avoid men who constantly complain, as such energy can depress and lead to apathy. Body signals might indicate that the partner isn't suitable. A man needs to take responsibility for his life instead of constantly whining and changing nothing. Want to remain intriguing to a man? Be happy without him. Enjoy life, engage in your hobbies. Then a man will want to become part of your world and compete with your happiness. Goodbye, and see you next time.